Welcome back to my channel. So today's video is all about having an issue opening your petrol cap. Sometimes on a Mark III they just fail and you need to change the actuator which is inside there. So this video is to show you how you can change the actuator for the fuel cap on the Audi TT Mark III. So this is the part you need, 8S0862153B. B apparently is the new model. I don't know, they've updated it because I got a lot of messages on my socials saying it's A, but when I went to Audi they said they've changed it now, it's a newer one. So it's B, so remember that if you're actually looking for one. And I paid £34.68. So the problem started the day before I was going to a car show on a long journey. So I had 10 miles left in my tank and I was going to the petrol station. Lo and behold, tried to unlock it, wouldn't unlock. So I had 10 miles. I was never going to be able to get there because it was about 100 miles to get there. So I fiddled around with it for ages. I was pressing the unlock, the lock, the unlock, the unlock. Apparently some people say if you take your key out of the actual key, it's the electric key itself, put it in the lock, and if you unlock, lock, unlock, unlock 10 times, apparently it does open. So maybe try that as well. I haven't even tried mine yet. I'm going to try it now. It's not working. Even though my doors are open, it's not opening. So I'm going to try the key method. If that doesn't work, I'm going to have to try and force it open somehow. Right, there's one other way you can open it. Doesn't always work for everybody though. In the Roadster, underneath here, where your battery is and your triangle, you have a red cord. You pull this cord and apparently it's supposed to open. As you can see, it doesn't work. And I've heard it quite a lot actually, that it doesn't work at all. Now in the Roadster, yes, it's underneath this part. In a coupe, you've got a square cutout here. You pull that section out and you'll see the red cord behind there. Right, I'm going to use the key method now. So someone says press unlock, press lock, press unlock, press lock, and just keep doing that. It's not working for me. Okay, so the next method is taking the actual key out of this fob and then putting it in the lock and seeing if it works in that way. I think it's actually on both sides of the button, and that's the key. Okay, that method's not working either, so it looks like I might have to force the door open, which I really didn't want to do, but there's nothing else I can do. I was just messing around with the key, open, close, open, close, open, close, and then all of a sudden I heard a click and it opened. Can you believe that? Thank God I didn't have to force it. So this is the problem, this bit here. Right, so the issue is this, the actuator. So what happens is when this goes up and down, it spins. You see it turns. So when it's down, it's locked in. Oh, it's just locked itself. This could be a good time to actually see. So if I undo it with the key, look, now it won't even open. See that? It's not even opening now, even though the door's open. That's what the issue is. It doesn't come back up. There's a fault in the module. So what we want to do is replace that. And how do we do that? I'm going to show you. So the first thing you need to do, you need to take this actual face front off first. And the way you do that, there's a little opening there, and you need to slide something quite slim down there, which will basically just push a clip this way, and this will slide off. There we go. So it's these little 3 clips here, and when you're going in, you're pushing that away, and then you can just slide it off. So that's what's behind it. Right, now you use a hex bolt. I'm not actually sure of this size, but I'm sure you've got something like this, Allen key or something similar, and just carefully take these out. Obviously you don't want to round them off because you want to reuse these bolts. There's 6 of these bolts. And be careful because each bolt has got like a some sort of rubber seal around the outside of them, so make sure that's connected still. Right, now you've got all 6 of those bolts out, this should just come out. There we go. If you just pull it hard enough, it will come loose. And that's that piece off. There's 4 little areas here which have got clips behind. Now I don't necessarily want to puncture through here. I want to be able to get these off without damaging those, but I'm not actually sure how, so I might have to put a little screwdriver down and then just pierce those so you can pop these bits off. Right, you get a screwdriver and you put it through these 2 holes, these 4 holes, sorry. There's 4 holes, 2 there and 2 there. You put it in and lever it. You basically loosen the clips. So you put it in at an angle and pull it, and then you're basically loosening it. And then all 4, there we go, and all 4 come loose. Now there's a number of things connected to this, one of them being the drainage tube, and I think that's what's stopping this from coming out. So you might want to get to it from under here and just pull this away a little bit. I think that might be what I have to do just to get under the arch to pull that little, there's a drainage tube at the end of that. I think that's where the issue is in getting this actually right off. I've just managed to pop it off and the tube is just there. So I don't want to, that tube doesn't want to go into the arch, otherwise I do have to get into the arch. It's just resting. It's just resting on the lip there. And that I do not want to lose at all, to be honest. Right, so we want to disconnect the whole unit itself. So what's holding it in place is obviously the electric cable and the red emergency pulley that doesn't actually work. Right, so in order to get this off, there's a little clip on the side. You just push that down, push the little clip down, and use a screwdriver just to push that in and then pull the cable out. So the next thing you need to do is take out the actuator, which is held in by 2 torque screws. Okay, and that is the part to one side. Right, now I've got this loose, the cable that comes into the boot, you're going to think, oh, how do you feed that through? Well, what I'm going to do, I'm going to tie a bit of string to the end of it, and then when I pull it out, the string's going to come, and then I'm going to put the new one and I'm going to pull the string, and that's going to bring it straight back through again. I hope you know what I mean. Right, so I stupidly went to the boot, pulled the red cord just to tie the yellow string to it, and the whole unit just went straight into the car. If that does happen, then you can do this. I ended up finding the unit just down here, so I pulled this grill off. It's like an air grill thing. and I found the unit just down there, so I pulled it all through there. So what I'm going to do now is feed through the new one, the new red, down there as far as I can with the yellow cord, and then hopefully I can grab that from that same point. Right, so I'm going to feed all of this in, and hopefully I'm going to be able to see it once I tuck it all down there with this red cable. This is obviously the new one. I hope this works. That was a bit of a mistake from me, to be honest. I wasn't really concentrating. Oh, I've got it. I think I've got it. Yes. Yes. We have it. Perfect. Right. So that's now pulled through. So what I can do now before this goes back through again is get it connected to this. So it's just putting it all back together again as we found it. Got to make sure that the red cable is behind this point here and not in front of it. You don't want it to go over in this way, you want it to go under in that way. Right, let's get those torque screws back in. Let's get that clip back in. That clip's in there. Right, now the hard bit is to actually get the drainage valve back in the hole. So, a little bit of trusty dry lube, spray it around the end, and hopefully it will slip in nicely. A little bit of lube, always good if you want it to slip in. And what I don't want to do is lose this tube down the arch, because then I have to take the arch liner off, and I haven't got much movement here whatsoever. This is very, very tight. Right, so I've just jacked up the car to get a big arch gap, so I can get just behind the arch liner, so I can push that drainage tube in, because that is important. If it rains, then any water, or if you're washing the car, any water that's actually in that draining, or in the petrol bit here, will start to fill up and go into your tank if you don't have it coming through. If you don't have it coming through the tube. A couple of these T25s. Right, I can get my hand under here now, and I've got the tube. Still, that does seem quite a hard task, but can just push it through. Got that little bit of lube on it. There we go. Got it in. There we go. It's got like a little edge lip to it, so it sits in nice and tough. So that's in there now. Right. So now just get everything back together. I'm just going to test it out with the key. Okay, so that works. I'll lock the car, unlock the car, it works. Now I've got this through this hole, I just need to basically bring that down under here and then into there. Right, so we just tuck that down there, there's a string on this side, pull it through. Right, there we go, leave that there, and that is a job done. And look, you can see from the broken one, when you pull the cord, nothing happens. This is still not coming up. And that's what happens. Absolutely useless. I think I can see why. This red thing that's rubber. It's slipped off. It's slipped off. There's actually a switch underneath and it's slipping off, and that's why it's not working. That is a manufacturing fault. I don't know whether you guys can see clearly, but it's actually slipping off the clip. The clip is underneath. It's actually just attached to the rubber. So there we go. All working, all fine. Half an hour job, pretty easy. What I suggest you do the string before you even start. Tie that string to that thing, and also maybe tie a bit of string to the actuator as well before it flies down there, so you can put it back this way as well. You just don't want it going down there. But yeah, absolutely fine, works perfectly. And now I can fill up with fuel. Thanks so much for watching. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe, and please like this video and share it if you can, because I'm sure it's going to help tens of thousands of people around the world with the same problem that all Audi TTs, Mark 3s, even Mark 2s have, and Mark 1s have the same problem as well. But I know it's massive in the Mark 3 community. So I hope that helps everybody. Over and out.